Tesla is the best AI tech that you are sleeping on. I know a lot of you are going crazy over AI right now. There was OpenClaw like that came out late last year, and once it kind of opened up the agentic AI view, a lot of you have been just trying to jump in, trying to figure it out, and then Anthropic's trying to compete with Claude Cowork, and then ChatGPT just came out with their own codecs, which both of these now have apps that run on your computer and basically try to replicate or improve on the agentic experience without without using OpenClaw, which honestly it's been a godsend because OpenClaw really sucks. It's like it just doesn't listen, and yeah. But anyways, and then there's Manus AI and a whole bunch of other ones. But honestly, the tech that you are sleeping on right now is Tesla's FSD. Like this thing, like, I get that Elon Musk isn't everyone's cup of tea. I totally get that. And, I don't, but with that said, hold on. But with that said, um, I totally get that Elon Musk isn't everyone's cup of tea. But with that said, this tech, this FSD tech, is amazing. And like I've been able to like nod off in traffic without worrying about whether I'll hit somebody. Like like sometimes you're just coming home from work and you're super tired. You're like you really just want to like close your eyes, but like you're stuck in traffic and you're like shit. Like this happened to me. I almost hit a couple of people without like if my passenger hadn't screamed like hey, put on the brakes, like I probably would have hit somebody. But I've nodded off like for 4 miles on this thing, and it's perfectly fine. I've watched movies while I've driven. There's like a little charger here that I can put over my screen, and I just like watch TV from my phone. So while you guys are sleeping on this tech, I've been sleeping in this tech, and like it's really like like even with all the other agentic stuff, like yeah, it's great, but honestly like this has been the most life-changing tech I've experienced in the last 10 years. And it hasn't always been perfect. Like 2 years ago when I got the Cybertruck, like like it wasn't this good, but the software has been updating at least once a month pretty much. And with each iteration, it's moved forward. I definitely trusted a lot more now, and it's just been life changing, right? Like I don't know if you guys still, some of your older people might still remember, like back in the day when we had to like get paper maps, and like you have that national map which doesn't have any details, but then um, sorry, it keeps trying to get into like you have the national map which doesn't have much of the details. And then if you're taking a road trip, you have to like, go into a different town. You have to go in, into like a gas station and pick up the local map for that area. Well, remember what happened when like MapQuest came out, or like Yahoo Maps, when we could start printing maps on our computer? Like we didn't have to do that anymore, right? We could just plan our full trip before the trip, and know that we'll get there. And then when we started getting those like GPS units, how like you just have them in your car, you don't even have to plan ahead anymore, right? You just put it in your car, you hope that it doesn't drive you into a lake, and you'll get to your destination. Well, FSD literally has changed the game. It could like look at your calendar, like what you got going on, and it could like pretty much ask you, hey, are you going to this destination? Because I see on your calendar that you're supposed to meet somebody there. Yep. And then you just let it drive. It looks at traffic. It looks at, it plans a route that avoids traffic and road work. Um, Driving around, I'm literally noticing, houses for sale, buildings for sale. I'm noticing like other like details around the places I live, or the place I live, and it's like it's just been crazy, like crazy amazing. And it's yeah, like I don't understand why there's still people out there saying, oh, like F Elon, like FSD sucks. It's like, I know you have not test drove one, like, because you're speaking out of like hate, speaking out of ignorance, and it's like, I don't understand those people because they're literally saying like, hey, I know you didn't know I existed 5 minutes ago, but look at me, I'm stupid, and I want the entire World Wide Web to know that I'm dumb. Like, why? Just be stupid in silence in your own house. Like, why tell the world that I'm an idiot? Like, I don't get it. Um, and like, yeah, like, why would you want Elon to be like a normal person, right? Like, a normal person watches TV, like, plays board games, right? Goes do like random pointless stuff. Like, for somebody that's like trying to take humanity to a different planet, like that's trying to change the whole EV landscape. It's built reusable rockets, like it's put up satellites so people around the world could get internet even without like a fiber infrastructure on their continent. Like, why would you want that person to act like everyone else? Like, if he acted like everyone else, then he wouldn't think like everyone else. Like, we wouldn't have any of this stuff, right? Like, and it's like 500 years ago or whatever, like when women spoke up, like people just burned them, right? It's like, why are you speaking up? You're a woman. Like, so if you think that women should be able to speak their mind, like, why wouldn't you think that somebody that can think differently shouldn't be able to speak their mind? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, but there's just people that are just gonna hate on everything, right? Just hate on everything that they don't understand, or hate on everything that the rest of the mob tells them to hate on. Like, whatever, man. Like, but yeah. Anyways, if you have not experienced FSD in person, and you live in Atlanta, like, hit me up. Happy to drive you around. Everyone that I drove around in this vehicle has only positive things to say about it. And everyone else that kind of looks from the outside and flicks me off, whatever, like, usually they drive a piece of shit and I would not want to trade this for theirs anyways, right? So their opinions don't matter. Um, yeah, so if you've been living under a rock, you have not drove one of these yet, go check it out. Like, literally go to your nearest Tesla service center, and just book like a 1 hour session with the Y, and just you know turn on FSD, let it do its thing. Like, I think you'll be amazed at what it could do. Like, don't listen to the people online still bitching about LiDAR and crying over that. And whatever. Like, just just go experience it for yourself. And if you still hate it after you do that, yeah, let me know. I would love to know why, after experiencing like magic, you're still against it. But yeah, let me know. I want to know, because you cannot be excited about AI agents and hate this technology, because this is literally the ultimate AI agent right now. I'm I've been driving like 10 miles just talking, right? Like, you can see it. I'm moving, I'm changing lanes. Um, it's avoiding trucks and other cars, and yeah, and it parks itself, right? Like, you know, if you have somebody in your life that's older that can't drive at night due to vision issues, or if they go to the bars a lot still, or if they're just, or if you're just tired, if you're just tired from a long day's worth of work, and you don't want to still like gripping your wheel, white knuckling your wheel, um, for another hour to 90 minutes just trying to get home. Like, this, it's like a complete stress reliever. Like, you can sit in your car and just think or look, and like, no worries, right? Like, yeah, go experience this for yourself, because you're worth it. So yeah. Anyways, let me know what you think after you try it out, because I would love to know what people that actually took the time to learn it think. All right, see ya.